Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Well, today I'm doing a video on breastfeeding tips and what I've learned so far. I know this is a big issue for a lot of moms that desire to breastfeed and those that have breastfed. So, as some of you may know, I just had my 12th child. And yes, I did say 12th for those of you that, are new to my channel. And she is 7 weeks old. And out of my 12 children, I have nursed 10. She would be my 11th. So, um, I don't know if I should count her right now because, well, yeah, because I am breastfeeding. So I've breastfed 11, and I did not breastfeed my firstborn. Well, with my second one, I decided to give it a try. And as some of you may know, that little 10-15 minute visit that you get from the lactation consultant after you have your baby, to me, it's helpful, but I think it should be a little bit longer to really, really help us to succeed in breastfeeding, because a lot of women give up because they're unsuccessful at it. So what I learned just through my years of experience with nursing, they're all different. So I can't just say, oh, it's been smooth sailing all 11 times, because it hasn't, because it's a different baby. So each baby is going to latch on different. No child is the same. But what I can say is that my nipples were sore with the first one. I mean, they were sore, but I wanted to breastfeed so bad that I just stuck with it. But here's what I learned. Um, what I did was, instead of continuing breastfeeding, because what they tell you is, after if you have the sore nipples, they tell you to, well, they encourage you, keep breastfeeding, keep breastfeeding, keep breastfeeding. However, what I've learned is, if you have a scab, a sore, and you keep picking it and keep picking it, what happens? It prolongs the healing, and it doesn't heal. So what I did for me, and this is what really, really, really helped me to succeed in breastfeeding, is the breast that was the least, that had the least pain or soreness, I just exclusively breastfed on that side. And what I did with the side that I felt like had more pain or had more soreness, I just pumped. I pumped, and it used until it healed. And it usually took about, it was short. It usually took about 2 to 3 days, and the nipple was healed. And once that side healed, then if this side was still sore, I would not latch the baby on this side, and I would just pump, on the opposite side. I would just nurse the baby on that side. Pump on this side, and then just nurse the baby on the opposite side. And while I was doing just the pumping on the side that I was helping to heal. Now, lactation nurses, they're not going to tell you this. Most of them will say, no, you got to keep breastfeeding, you got to keep breastfeeding, you got to keep breastfeeding. However, when your breasts are sore, you're scared to even latch the baby on because it's that sore. And I've, met moms, and I've watched, videos where moms really wanted to breastfeed, and they're crying because they were unsuccessful. So I would encourage moms that if you really want to breastfeed, number one thing that you're going to need is a breast pump. Get a breast pump, because if your breasts get sore to the point where you're scared, or it just hurts too bad to latch the baby on, just pump and apply your Medela lanolin cream. This one is good. I like this one. Is good. But what I like about this one is also, it's called a nipple butter, and it's by Earth Mama Angel Baby. What I like about this one is that it has all natural ingredients. It has your shea butter, cocoa butter, let's see, a whole bunch of natural ingredients. What I like about this one is that it doesn't just sit on top of your nipple, this one actually absorbs into the skin. So you could even maybe use both of these, maybe put this one on first and then top it off with your lanolin cream. Also, another thing, tips that I've learned, if you're not producing enough milk, fenugreek is number one. Get you some fenugreek. This stuff is awesome. um, I only take one a day. I take it with my prenatal. Also, keep continuing to take your prenatal vitamins because that is very important too. And a lot of moms don't continue to take their prenatal vitamins after they have their baby, not realizing that your prenatal vitamins are very essential for breastfeeding as well. But if out of all the things that I have, and I'm going to get to the other items that I have to help you produce more milk as well, the number one thing that you have to be doing is drinking your water. If I were to say anything, honestly, if I were to say my number, it'd have to be two for successful breastfeeding. I would say water, 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 water. I drink about 6+ of these a day, faithfully, while I'm even when I'm not breastfeeding. 6+ of these bottles a day, faithfully, and a breast pump. I would say those would be my two number one essential things to have for successful breastfeeding. The pump for soreness, in case you get sore to where you're afraid to latch the baby on, because what most moms will do is they'll just completely stop breastfeeding because it hurts too bad. And then also I would recommend that when you get a pump, a lot of women, spend money on these fancy strollers and things like this. However, if you're on a budget, I would say if you're on a budget and you can't afford to get a whole lot of expensive things, the breast pump needs to be number one. Get a breast pump and make a good quality breast pump, and make sure that the breast pump, and why I say a good quality breast pump is because what I like about this one is that it has a dial for the pressure, the amount of pressure that it's pumping. So with this one, you can do it low, 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 or you can do it as high as you can take it. So that's what I like about this one. Some of the more inexpensive breast pumps just have like a high and a low, a high and a low button, but even the low button still seems, would still hurt. So to me, I think I would suggest spend your money in a good breast pump if you're on a budget. Like car seat, that's not even questionable because safety first. So I would say next to the car seat, if you plan on breastfeeding, get a very, very good breast pump. And so here are some of the items that I have used throughout my breastfeeding. This one is called the Booby Bar, and it's really good. It's a bar, and it's got fenugreek in it. It's got turmeric, moringa, coconut oil. It also has omega-3s, and it also has brewer's yeast is also in it, and it's just a bar. But this is just an option. I know some women, the bar looks like this, and it doesn't. The flavor that I got is oatmeal chocolate chip. It's not bad, but it does work, and it says that it increases milk supply up to 16 ounces per day, and I would attest that it does work. I got these at Bye Bye Baby, and I believe they are $18 a box, and you get 6 of them. Now this is called Breast Friend Tea. It's called Breast Friend Tea, and it's by a company called Your Tea. This I love, and you get this. Also helps with increasing breast milk, and this tea I actually like this tea better than the milk tea by, I think it's something Traditionals. That one's good if you're on a budget, and if you don't want to spend $35 on this one, then that one's good as well. But I really do like this one because I like the ingredients that's in this one. And like I said, it's $35, and you get 60 tea bags. I only drink, this is my staple every day, these two items. I take one fenugreek pill a day and I drink 1 cup of tea in the morning. This is what I do when I wake up in the morning before I eat, because it's the suggestions for this tea is that it's better taken on an empty stomach, and then don't eat 30 minutes after you consume your tea. And also with the tea bag, with this tea, I pack this in my hospital bag. So from the first day that I give birth to my baby, I bring like 2 or 3 tea bags, and I start drinking the tea as soon as my baby is born, because you can't drink this while you're pregnant. And like I said, it's from a company called Your Tea. And this is what you get, a little pamphlet on the inside, and then this is what it looks like. And as you can see, I've used some already. This is actually my second box. I actually had some left over from my 2-year-old. I had about half of a box left over, so I finished that box, and then I just ordered this box about 2 weeks ago. Fenugreek, showed you the fenugreek. Also, this is another item that helps increase breast milk, and this is by a company called Upspring, and it's fenugreek and blessed thistle breastfeeding, and this is like a fizzy drink. I usually, like right now, I have some in my, I have a pack of this in my diaper bag. I have a pack in my stroller, you know, just on those days where you're just running, you know, and you know, sometimes you don't always remember to pack everything. But what I like about these is that they're little packets. And I've noticed, I found out about these with my 2-year-old, and at the time when I found these, I could only find them at Motherhood. However, I have seen them in Target now. And this is like a little fruity drink, and you just, you know, you peel it open and you pour it in a 16-ounce glass of water. So I do like these a lot. I haven't used any of this one yet. I haven't used any of these as of yet, only because I haven't felt the need to have to use them. I have eaten a bar of I have used these since I've had my baby. The tea, of course, every day, and my fenugreek. These work wonders too. These work really, 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 really well. I think what I like about these is because it's in a powder form and you drink it, I feel like these really, really get into your system really fast and quick. So these are all my breastfeeding tips and what I've learned so far. And I would just encourage you moms that are first-time moms that are wanting to breastfeed, or even if you're a second or third-time mom that didn't succeed the first time that you breastfed, I hope that some of the things that I've shared with you today were helpful. I pray that you are successful in breastfeeding, and don't forget, breast pump, and water. Get your water and get your breast pump, so that way in the beginning stages of nursing, when you're, you know, learning how to latch the baby on properly, it's a whole lot easier latching a baby on when your nipples aren't sore. So, but don't stop. Whatever you do, don't stop and don't give up. Get you a pump if your nipples are sore, and continue to just pump. And even if both of them are sore and you have to pump, if you have to just exclusively pump for a couple of days and give the baby breast milk out of the bottle, that's okay as well. But I hope this helped you guys. Once again, don't forget, you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and everything else the Word of God says you are. Have an awesome day. Bye.